What's happening, road dogs and highway hounds? I'm leaving Mother's Day. I got a thing coming up. Maybe. Guy, Chad. Man, short people. Driving my car, moving my seat. Chad is a guy that I was subscribing to before I was on the Bitcoin, because before I was into Bitcoin and Litecoin, I was into precious metals because I didn't like the way the US dollar was being managed by the pseudo-private corporation, the Federal Reserve. Should read The Creature from Jekyll Island if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about there. But Chad hasn't been making videos for a while, and all of a sudden he came up on my feed, and he's making videos again. And so I'm going to subscribe to him. I'll put a link below to one of his videos, but he's kind of helping people who've never invested in precious metals. And he's kind of what do you say, giving the basics on how to go about acquiring precious metals. He warns against things like eBay and tries to give you pointers on how to buy and what to be thinking about, stuff like that. Passing his opinions along a lot like what I'm doing. He's not selling stuff on his channel, kind of like me. He's a Packer fan, like me. He's from up in the Holy Land there, Wisconsin. I'm down in Bear territory. But no, I started watching his videos again, and somebody commented on his channel and said, you ever think about Bitcoin? He said, I haven't really researched it. I saw on a video previously that he knew about it. And so I asked him, I said, well, hey, want to come do a hangout? He said, sure. So we'll see if that happens, but I'll put a link down to one of his videos below. You can go check out his stuff. Some of his, he hasn't been making videos for about 3 years, which is about the time I started buying Bitcoin and Litecoin, about 2014. That's, kind of after the silver thing kind of lost its gusto, and now it's Bitcoin and Litecoin. Or I went to Bitcoin and Litecoin. I guess a lot of people didn't. But it's kind of interesting to me because of the herd mentality that we all have. And I've been getting interested again in gold and silver, physical gold and silver, not Bitcoin and Litecoin. As a store of value. And that's why I like Bitcoin. It's a place to put your money that doesn't have to be, when you cash it out, it doesn't have to be cashed out in US dollars. You can actually trade the physical gold and silver. You can actually trade the Bitcoin and Litecoin, and you can actually send that around the world, which I've actually done when I gave away Bitcoins and Litecoins. I gave one Bitcoin away and gave about 100 Litecoins away. Yeah, they're pretty much the same deals, Bitcoin, Litecoin, gold, and silver. So very similar concepts, and but very different. So I think it'd be interesting to have somebody who's just, he's probably not even getting into it, not even, and I'm not trying to sell it to him. I'm just wanting to have a talk with somebody who's somewhat on the outside of it, doesn't really, not so gung-ho, because it's hard to find people who aren't gung-ho about this stuff. on these channels, or somebody who's not trying to sell you something or make money off you in some way, which I suppose to each his own. But I think it'd just be interesting. So go check out Chad's channel, and then look for him and me to do a hangout. Hopefully I can figure out how to do the hangout thing. Those kind of turn into train wrecks sometimes, but I think it'd be an interesting conversation, because he'll have questions that I take for granted, and maybe challenge me on some things that I haven't thought about in a while, and I don't know, it should be interesting. But that's all. Adios, muchachos.